who you with, Kirk, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to Speak on it with who you with, Kirk, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Who you with, Kirk? I'm out. Welcome to Speak on it with who you with, Kirk, though. Welcome to Speak on it with who you with, Kirk, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to Speak on it with who you with, Kirk, though. Welcome to Speak on it with who you with, Kirk, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to Speak on it with who you with, Kirk, though. Welcome to Speak on it with who you with, Kirk, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to Speak on it with who you with, Kirk, though. Welcome to Speak on it with who you with, Kirk, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to Speak on it. Welcome to Speak on it. I'm welcome to Speak on it. Welcome to Speak on it. I'm welcome to Speak on it. Welcome to Speak on it. I'm welcome to Speak. Welcome to Speak. I'm 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 who you with, Kirk, dog. Welcome to Speak on it with who you with, Kirk, dog. I'm who you with, Kirk, dog. Man, what a night, what a night, what a night, what a day, actually. I want to welcome everyone to the show. Periscope, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook. D Live is in the house. Man, it's been a wonderful day today. Welcome to the show, T-Cal. Like I told y'all last night, due to the things that is going on within my family, the loss of my mother, I will still come on. It may be a little bit late because we still do our prayer call every day. And for the last 2 days, learning some deep history of the family. So if you never had the opportunity to sit down and talk with your elders, take that opportunity because you need that history in order to know more about your family. So I appreciate my aunts, Elaine and Aunt Wanda, for giving us that history lesson tonight, which it was really good. Um, man, but we on the show now. We on the show now. So um, it's it been a great day, a busy day. Um, we did get the arrangements made, so we will be posting that soon. And like I say, just keep my family in your prayers during this time. Um, I know I come on with a smile, but sometimes I don't feel like it. So just to let you know, I'm human. I have feelings too, but I thank God for my village, for my support team that is around me, my crew, um, um, my friends that have reached out to me. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all because if it wasn't from y'all, I couldn't tell you where I would be. So I really appreciate it. Um, Welcome to the show, T Cal. Thank you for always tuning in. Um, we're gonna be on here not too long tonight, but it's gonna be strong. So I've seen this story. Actually seen this story last Thursday or Friday. Basically, an 18-year-old teenager when the when the snowstorm hit last week. When it hit, we the young man was walking home from work, Rodney Reese, out of Plano, Texas. which is just north of Dallas. If you know anything about Dallas, it's a little bit north of 75, going up 75. Well, he was walking home from his job, and as he was walking home in the snow, had a grocery bag, had his apron in it. He's walking home. Policeman approached him. Now, when this policeman approached him, it was more about, welcome, Gloria. Thank you for your message. I appreciate it, cousin. I love y'all. Thank you. Um, Now, as this uh, young man was walking home, he's walking home in the snow. Policeman approached him, young African American guy. Police approach, want to know where he's going. Why is he walking in the street? Now, the way that the snow hit last week, the street probably was the safest place for him to walk. He wasn't walking in the middle of the street. He was walking near the curve. When it's all said and done, the young man is talking to the young lady like, I'm trying to get home. I just got off work. But they choose to harass this young king, this young black king. And as he walked, several other cars pulled up in a short length of time. They pulled up and they start harassing him. Next thing you know, he's under arrest for walking in the street in the middle of a snowstorm. Yeah, the young man didn't have no jacket on. I don't know how far he worked from his home. I know for me, if I'm going in and out real quick, if it's cold, I may not wear a jacket. And especially if you walking and you trying to walk fast, you trying to get from point A to point B. So they arrested this young man. He spent the night in jail. And the young man said in his interview, the only thing he could think about was George Floyd and all the other unarmed black men that been killed. Now, take it, Plano police chief decided to drop the charges. They even they said he could have been arrested for, um, I believe, resisting arrest. But since it wasn't in the report, they decided to drop the charges. Arrested for walking in the street during a snowstorm. Now, some of you may be thinking, well, he shouldn't been walking in the street. Well, apparently you wasn't here for that snowstorm last week. Because the thing is, in that snowstorm, in some places, that snow was about halfway to your knee. That's how deep it was. Taking that, we also had ice the day before to fall up under that snow. And then after the snow fell, snow and freezing rain mix fell. So if the sidewalks have not been walked on, probably the safest place where cars have been was in the road. Now, this is what gets me. The groceries that he was carrying, let me back up. First of all, they did not offer to take him home. That was not an option. Was not an option on that. But after he was arrested, they took his groceries home, but they couldn't take him home. They took him to jail. So you want to know why we talk about defund the police? It's um not about cutting the police force down. It's about having folks out here that is for the community. I'm glad the police chief did drop the charges. It never should have been any charges. If they was concerned about his well-being, they should have offered him a ride home. That would have been the best thing to do. But once again, it's not the same when it comes down to black people. Now, the thing is, they always say, well, we got to call for a welfare check of a black man walking down the street with no jacket on. Yeah, walking down the street with no jacket on, but hey, they got a call for it. I would love for the 911 call to um, be played. I would love to hear it because to me, it's easy to say that, but you need to show the evidence to support it. It could have just been a cop seen this young black king walking down the street, and they decided, hey, there are black men walking in this uppity neighborhood. Let's see where he's going. Maybe we could get an arrest tonight in the middle of a snowstorm. To that young king, don't let this hold you down. Take this experience and use it for the good of it. Help someone else. It's wrong. That's why they dropped the charges so quick. That's exactly why they did it. Exactly. That's exactly what they did. That's how they always do. They would do anything to try to make us look bad, the victim. Instead of calling a spade, they're going to try to make it look bad. I hope they identify these officers. Hopefully, they discipline these officers. I don't know how they look, but I could recognize two of their voice was at least white. In Plano, a certain part of it is some nice homes over there. But here it is. The young man kept saying, I just got off work. I'm trying to get home. Of course, if he's trying to get home, he's moving. It's cold, it's snowing. But you couldn't even offer this young man a ride home, but you gave him a ride to jail. So it's messed up. Welcome to the show, Carlton Banks. Yeah, you right. And then the deep for some BS charges. The charges were dropped, but I also feel there it need to be some disciplinary action done to these officers. I'm not talking about some more training because they know exactly what they doing. It need to be reports in a files for the next time they do it. They don't need to be a cop no more. He's trying to go home, and they're talking about, he's telling them, only thing they had to do was say, hey, what's in the bag? Bag of groceries. Had his apron in there, but they didn't want to do that. They prefer to take him home, take him to jail before they find out anything. So these cops need to be held accountable and let the truth be told. I don't know for sure, but I know that the chief of police there, he's a brother, and he may get some feedback on it, may get some backlash on it. Oh yeah, oh yeah, I agree with you. It would be nice if an attorney helped the family with a civil case. The city would settle because they know they was wrong. Now you also got to remember, if I'm not, yeah, it was plain out when the young uh, black girl was attacked by an officer maybe 4 or 5 years ago from a swimming pool because somebody felt like they had no rights to be in that pool. I'm just saying. When I talk about it's different laws between black and whites, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Because I'm sure if this was a white person, they would have gave him a ride home. No question asked. Hey, fella, it's cold out here. Let me take you home. But when it come down to black people, they automatically think the worst of us. You're exactly right. At that pool party. At that pool party. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they settle with them also. And also this young man called his barber because his barber is his mentor. Called him and told him he was in jail. The young man was on the news. I seen it last night when I got off the air. The young man is tore up. That's gonna fool with him mentally for the simple fact all the previous killing that have happened to unarmed black men and women and boys and girls, all because somebody is scared to do their job or because they was raised to think black folks would hurt them. So yeah, I would tell the young man, that's okay. Hopefully your college get paid for and then a little bit more. And get you an attorney. You should file charges. File a lawsuit against them. Sometimes you got to let people feel it in a pocket before they get it right. Because I remember years ago, the city of Bot Spring kept fooling with this brother that was in his driveway. Brother filed the lawsuit, won a nice lawsuit against them. They had to change their policy. So I don't know now because I'm not in that area, but they had to change their policy. We don't get the benefit of doubt like any other race. No, we don't. Our skin color is a threat. That's a threat within itself, our skin color. Like I said, I'm not talking about what I read or what I heard. I have experienced racial profiles several times. So I know this. I know it firsthand. So I'm fully aware of this. At some point, enough have to be enough. Yes, he's emotional scarred for his life. That's a deeper impact than they could imagine. Because he kept saying in this news interview, only thing he could think about was George Floyd and all the other black men that was unarmed, murdered by the police. I hope they identify those officers. I hope they put had that paper trail on them. This have to stop. It has to stop. It's gone on way too long. If you scared of black people, you don't need to be a police officer. Just like politicians, if you are not for everyone, serving everyone, you don't need to be a politician. The same as a cop. Exactly. 18 years old, young black man, never had an issue. But guess what? Because they arrest him, now, of course, they say they end up saying that um it won't be on his record. But the fact that he was even taken to jail, it's going to be hard to get it out the system. All because you see a young black king walking home from work in the snow, but you don't offer him a ride home. You want to know where he's going, why he walking in the snow, and he's telling you, "I'm trying to get home. I just got off. I'm trying to make it home." At that point, you should have said, "Hey, let me offer you a ride home." But you didn't do it. Welcome to the show, Radio Chaos. Yes, I'm here tonight. Archer Mitchell, welcome to the show. I see you listening, watching on Facebook. Welcome to the show. Um, yeah, I'm here. That family prayer call went extremely long tonight. So, but it was a good call. It definitely was. Um, Carlton Banks said, "If you're scared of black people, you don't need to be an office an officer." Preach. That's just like politician. If you're not for everyone, you don't need to be in that position. That's why I say it on just about every show. We have to get out and vote. We don't have a choice because I'm tired of these old folks up in here in these positions making laws for us because some people just don't want to get off their butt and vote. We have to change that mindset. That's why I said next year, oh, it's important. Our election next year is very important. Greg Abbott is on the ballot. Dan Patron, Ken the Gangster Paxton, which we're going to talk about him in a minute. Going to be voting on the Texas State School Board of Education. Several positions are coming up for next year. Think about it. Greg Abbott said they shouldn't teach the history of America in school. I feel like that's wrong. On our call tonight, we found out some great history from our family, from our aunts. That is like, wow. If you have the opportunity to talk to your elders and your family to find out your family history, take advantage of it. Do it. You never know what you might hear. Never know what you might hear. We got on the call at 7. We didn't get off the call till I think it was almost 9 o'clock when we got off that call. Just like last night. Um, and we're gonna continue to do this call every day. So definitely take advantage. Learn your family history. Um, man. So yeah, I mentioned old Ken Gangster Paxton. Yep. We thought it was just um oh Teddy Cruz that went on a trip. No, Paxton went on one too. Him and his wife, which I did not know his wife is a Senate. I guess we need to see when her reelection is up to, because we need to vote her out. Because if you married to a gangster and he ain't nothing but for himself and his homeboys, so we need to get her out because she may be in Washington doing the same thing. So, um, so the story came out earlier today. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton and his wife, State Senator Angela Paxton, left Texas and traveled to Utah last week while the state was being rocked by a severe winter storm. Paxton campaign spokesperson Ann Pryor would not tell CNN when the couple had deported or returned, but said the attorney general did not leave Texas until after power had returned to most of the state, including his own home. Now, let me break it down to you. Most power just came back yesterday and I think the day before. So that sounds like a bunch of BS to me, which they'll tell you anything just to get you off their case. While he's leaving the state, he actually still need to stand trial for the fraud uh, charges he have up against him that been on him for 5 years. Um, and then he also had the new allegation came up last year. I think it was September, October last year. And this is also the same person that filed all the bogus lawsuit to try to get the election overturned. All this money he spent filing the lawsuit, all this tax money, which could have went for getting better grids for Texas. But once again, his election is up. He go up for re-election next year. We need to make sure he could go on a long vacation just like Cruz. Let's send him on a vacation. Get him out. Oh, because it's snow on the ground here and ice on the ground here, you gonna leave Texas, like you saying, to the hell with the people. So we're gonna say to the hell with you too, and we're gonna get you out. We're gonna make sure we vote you out. Like I said, long as I have a voice, I'm gonna push it every time. Texas, we need to show up just like Georgia did, and we need to make sure we make some changes here in Texas. All of them need to go. If just in case you don't remember, Greg Abbott changed his executive order to help Becky out. Dan Patrick put up $1 million reward if anybody can discover fraud. And I think it was Pennsylvania that discovered at least two, but they voted twice for Trump. Then Ken Paxton filed all these lawsuits, and those 17, 18 other uh, attorney generals jumped on board, who was all part of the Republican Party. A lot of them are coming up for re-election next year. Let's give them a long vacation. Let them know we tired. We ain't taking this no more. Hey, Nicole. Yeah, Callahan is watching. She said yes. Yes. So we definitely need to get them out of office. Um, Carlton Banks said the rich don't want to suffer with their. You right about that. They want to flee to better condition. Exactly. So I'm like this. Let them go on and flee. No, a good leader would stay there and be on the front line with their followers, but not them. Not them. Um, so it's definitely something that we need to do as a people. We need to make sure we get out and vote. Get out in numbers and vote. And if it's anybody who is running for who want to run for any of these positions, have your stuff in order. We about to clean the swamp here in Texas. We're gonna clean it. All of them have to go. And then come to find out, um, I hope Clay Jenkins runs for governor. I hope he do. I really hope he do. Because Clay Jenkins, he gonna say it's mine. He gonna speak his mind. And I heard on the news last night, he said, look, Governor Abbott playing games with us because he want to take the vaccine from the two biggest North Texas counties, Dallas County and Tarrant County, and send them elsewhere. A lot of you should be upset because the thing is, how they talking about it's a long waiting list for people can get vaccinated, and he's sending it elsewhere. Nicole said, yeah, they don't like Clay Jenkins. No, no. Greg Abbott definitely don't like him. Don't like him at all. And I said last year when they first bumped head, I said, boy, I sure wish they had that show, Celebrity Death Match, they used to have back in the days. And let the truth be told, uh, I'm gonna just put it out there. I think if Clay Jenkins got the opportunity, he might shake Greg Abbott a little bit. Um, I think he might shake him just a little bit because Clay Jenkins be upset when it come down to Greg Abbott politics. And that's what Clay Jenkins said last night. Greg Abbott is playing politics with the vaccine for Dallas County and Tarrant County. And you can't do that if you really want to cure this. And I'm tired of these folks keep talking about the reason why the grid fell last week, blaming Biden. Well, you need to blame the ones that have been in charge for the last 20 years, from Slick Rick up to Greg Abbott and all these other clowns that is in charge. And matter of fact, you need to regulate Texas. Yeah, yeah. Um, So, and these folks coming on talking about, I seen some old Becky talking about the reason why the grids fell in Texas because Trump lost the election. I can't repeat what I said when I read it, but if you know me, you know what I probably said. Um, I just won't say it out in public. But my thing is, how you gonna blame an election for what's going on? I read where some preachers said um, Trump lost because God was weary that a ex vice president was promoting himself. That's the reason why Trump lost. N- Hell no. He lost because we tired of that bully mentality, that childish acts that he do, the hate that he give, the racist comments that he make. We tired of it. All the lives that been lost up under his administration. We tired of it. That's why he lost, because American people got off their butt and let their voice be heard and voted his ass out. That's the reason why he lost. Let's do that. It wasn't no damn fraud. It was the fact that we tired of it and we voted him out. That's all it was. Call it like it is. He lost. And now, since we're going to bring this clown up, he already said he presumped the 2024 nomination. The leader of the GOP in the CPAC speech. Really? You just going to make yourself the 2024 nominee? 2024, you might just be in jail. So how you gonna claim you already unwanted? Mental health is a serious thing. That's why we need to make sure he gets some counseling, because he need it. You automatic claiming that you are the nominee for the 2024 election, the leader of the GOP. By the time 2024 come, the GOP may be in existence. Everybody trying to get off that train wreck. They should have got off long time ago. You never should have been elected. Never should have been. But some people, they like drama and they feel what you say is the truth. And that's why most of them have federal charges against them now, following you. And you ain't said nothing about it. Haven't said not one thing. Besides you telling them you love them and they gone. Um, Nicole said it is. He was horrible. You don't see Biden doing any of that mess. Biden is not tweeting, not golfing, and not talking about people. Biden is working. That's all Biden can do right now. He can't do nothing else. I don't think he had a break since he been president. He don't have a choice. He's trying to clean up the mess that the last administration did. And that's why I said before, what's going to happen, whoever came in, they're going to spend the first year trying to clean up the mess that he did. Welcome everyone to Facebook. I said to Facebook. Welcome y'all to the show. I just seen a lot of numbers come up. You are listening to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk Dog. You can live chat with us in the chat room. What if you're on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, Twitch, Twitter, or D Live? Definitely welcome to the show, and you definitely can chat live with us during the show. Um, so yeah, it's The first year of Biden, they gonna be trying to clean up the mess that he's doing, that he did. And not only that, they also gonna have to try to make changes with other things. Because here it is, 500,000 Americans have lost their life, all because of a lie. Uh, see, I told you, radio, I cannot read your comments while I'm in the middle of talking. But you are right. They would need counseling too, trying to diagnose him because I could just imagine how that's gonna go. I'm sure, and knowing him, he probably be sitting up there, sitting on the toilet while they trying to diagnose him with the bobber head. Um, so yeah, you're right. They have to. Welcome to the show. Lou Roach is in the house. Thank you for that information the other day. That was good. Um, I have been eligible for 2 months and can't get on the list in as SA is San Antonio. Um, I have tried many, many times, and I'm working on the front line with the public coughing and sneezing on me every day. It's a miracle I haven't gotten sick. Man, it's hard. It's hard. Um, I I've started wearing two masks just to stay safe, and because sometime when I go out, if I have to go to a grocery store, which I try not to, um, I try not to, but then you go into a grocery store and you seeing people wearing the mask wrong. They don't have it covering your nose and mouth. They might have it covering uh, part of their mouth. It may be in the middle of their mouth or it may be below their nose. And I'm like, really? So I said, I'm going to start keep wearing my two masks and also wear a shield, a face shield. I wear glasses, but it's these people just don't care. At this point, when will you learn? Because here it is, 500,000 lives have been taken away, all because of a lie. All because of a lie. A good leader would have told his people, protect yourself. This is nothing to play with. As China just marked 1 year anniversary from the first case in the US, hit 500,000 lives the same day. But people still think it's a hoax. They think it's a game, think it's fake. Talk with somebody who you know. Um, Go talk to family members that have lost loved ones and find out if it's fake. I've mentioned on the show many times, I have friends that have had it, that have survived. But I also have a lot of friends that have lost loved ones to it. It's not a game, it's real. So definitely, before you think it's a game, do your research for yourself. Stop listening to these conspiracy videos. Do your own research. It's not hard to find it. You just got to do it for yourself. Talk with people that you know that had it. I was talking to somebody, um, talking to somebody the other day that had it, that have recovered from it. And they told me, they said, Kurt, dog, I don't know if you ever felt the pain where when you taking a breath, it feel like pins are going into your lungs every time you take a breath. And I was like, man, they said it's not good. And this person actually said they thought it was almost checkout time. So we have to do what we have to do to protect ourselves and protect others. Nicole said, thanks to Trump calling it a Democratic host. Yep, that's the problem. Poor leadership. And that's why Texas need to make sure we let our leaders here know it's time for a change. It's time for a change. We've seen how y'all feel just this past year. How they talking about the uh the blackout was wrong and they was wrong for that. What people don't realize, every summer we have blackouts. For the ones that's not from Texas, they may not be aware of it because it don't make the news. But here in Texas, we could go almost 2 months, 100-degree weather, and guess what? They start doing rolling blackouts with 100 and some degrees outside. They doing rolling blackouts. They don't care if somebody need that electricity to stay alive. They don't care. They don't care. Yeah, I've heard 2 days. Radio says some of the QAnon think now Trump will become president on March 4th. This is the latest. I heard either March 4th or March 6th. I've actually heard 2 days. I think some of them is kind of confused because they don't know. And I don't know how they really believe that. I don't. I don't know how anybody believe that. And how is it possible? That's the question. How could you even believe that it's even possible with a administration that is in now? Explain to me how he's going to become president on March 6th, March 4th, or anytime. It's no way possible. He could do it within the next 4 years. And I'm hoping in 4 years from now, he won't be able to do it. But these are also the same people that blame Biden for the grid for falling after he only been in office for a month. So people talk like that. I'm like, yeah, 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 yeah. I don't pay attention to them because I know they have some mental issues. As we talk about mental issues, Miss Kincaid will be in the house on Wednesday. I can't wait. I definitely can't wait. I didn't get a chance to text her today, but I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Um, they used to swear in the president on March 4th. Okay, okay, that's the reason why. Okay, now I see the reason why they feel that way. But how is that possible? Is what I want to know. How is it possible? I see a lot of people come in, they go back out. Everybody is welcome on this show. I don't care who you support. As long as you come in, be respectful, and tell the truth, not using conspiracy. You're always welcome on this show. Everybody have a voice as long as you putting out accurate information. You come in with that conspiracy stuff, it won't make the stream. It won't, because I'm not about conspiracy. Um, so if you're coming in, you see us on, you more than welcome to chat live with us too. Um, and Lou Roach, Nicole, and others that is on Facebook. On on my personal page, your chat don't come in on my screen. I'm looking at it on my phone. That's why I haven't displayed your message up on the stream. But if you go over to the podcast page, speak on it with who you with, Kurt, though, then if you in the chat room in there, then I can display them also. So and that's with anybody that is listening on Facebook. But I don't know, they've been changing the system up for the last couple of months. But uh yeah, this have been a very um eventful day. But like I said, I'm always gonna come on. Um yeah, he said I think Trump and QAnon people are trying to exhaust everybody with their dysfunctional behavior. I seen this story today, and it just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Trump, when he was in office, and when he met with what's his name, John Ho or some, um, he offered when they met, um, and what was that? I forgot the president name. He been sick, but he just recently been seen publicly. But he offered to give him a ride back home on Air Force One. So you telling me here it is, you offering to give this man a ride on Air Force One, and like it ain't nothing, like it's nothing. Uh, uh, I'm trying to get this guy name familiar because I don't want to say the wrong name. Uh, Hold on, I can't even say it now. Oh, North Korea, Kim Jong. He offered to give him a ride on Air Force One when they met. When he stepped over in North Korea, when they shook hands, he offered to give him a ride back home because came out that he actually rode a train to get there. So, yeah, you offering to give him a ride back home, but then you wouldn't even pass a stimulus bill to help your American people. Hmm. Okay, let that sink in for a long time. So, yeah, that's interesting. And while ago, breaking news came out. El Chapo wife, Emma Cornell, I'm not gonna even try to mess up that last name, is parole arrested in Virginia on drug trafficking charges. He did what he wanted to do, and no one was willing to tell him it's wrong. You don't do that. Nobody had the family jewels to tell him what was right or wrong, because what he would do, he would get rid of them. He would get them replaced. He probably one of the um probably have the highest number of staff that been terminated by him as a president. Because at one point it was like every day somebody was getting fired because they didn't agree with him. So Trump is Trump. And I guess that's what turns a lot of people on because he just say and do what he want to do. But it's a amount of respect that you should have as a president, as a politician. You don't go around telling people it's good on both sides and they turn around after they done ran down innocent people with a car and you're saying it's good on both sides when they're white supremacists and you refuse to denounce them. Talking about Charlottesville. Then you turn around, you tell them, stand down and stand by. During the debate for the president, not gonna even mention about the ones that were saying white power as they passed by in a golf cart supporting you and you retweeted. Oh, and we're not gonna even talk about how many false claims you had against you with Twitter. That's why you're banned for life now. So, like I said, Texas, people are watching. People are watching. All eyes on Texas. Next year, we need a clean house. We need to clean house. There's one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, seven individual, and then the state Texas Commission of no, the Texas State Board of Education. There's several members on there. We need a clean house. That's all to it. We need a clean house. Um, T. Cal says so many cowards then, so many cowards now. Um, Dictators is always it's really what he is. That's what he tried to be, a dictator. That's it. Maybe Trump should lay on the adrenaline, the case of Diet Coke every day. Yeah, he need to lay off of him. He definitely need to lay off of him. Uh, T. Cal said we need to get this right. Yes, we do. Texas need to show up in numbers. And hopefully this pandemic is over by then. And we can show up and show out and make sure we clean house here in Texas. Greg Abbott, you gotta go. I'm I'm not sorry about it. You gotta go. You need to go. Dan Patrick, he let his horns come out when he put out that $1 million reward to find fraud. And ever since then, um, ever since then, see, Nicole, I'm gonna put you on the same list as radio. I cannot read your comments when you put them up, and uh, because I cannot read them while I'm in the middle of talking. But um, ever since Dan Patrick made that statement about the reward, I don't think I heard from him. He's also the one that said when the pandemic started, older people would love to die to get the economic started again. But you was at home. I'm just saying. So Nicole gonna say, don't leave out the Big Macs and the fried chicken. A lot of love. So uh I wish I could put it up on the stream, but on my personal page, I'm unable to. But if she switch over to the Speak on it with Who You With Kurt Dog page, I could definitely put her comments up when she put them in. And so we need to let Texas know all eyes on them, because everybody's watching us. Georgia, especially, because Georgia showed up and um, showed up in January, and they made a difference. So we definitely need to can't let Georgia outdo us. It's no competition, but they say everything is bigger in Texas, and we need to show them that it is. So we definitely need to show up and get clean out and clean the swamp out. That's what Trump said. Clean the swamp out. Nicole said, okay. I said, I can't read the comments. Oh, she talking about switching over to the other page. But Radio said, Cruz had me laughing so hard I was crying today when he was questioning Merrick Garland about what ethics and values he would bring to the office of the AG. See, I didn't get a chance to read none of that or hear any of that today. Um, that would be interesting. I'm gonna have to pull that up because out of all people, Cruz, like he didn't just come back from Mexico and having quarantine, and people not thinking about that. That means they say the CDC said anybody who leave the country need a quarantine before they come back, and he didn't do it. He went to Cancun, came right back, spent the night, came right back. Supposed to quarantine when you get back, get tested. He didn't do it. I guess it don't matter for us, but let one of us try that and see what happens. I don't care if he did go overnight. That wasn't his plans. So let you try it and see what happens. It won't be the same outcome. That's all I'm gonna tell you. It will not be the same outcome. They're gonna hold you accountable. now I did see welcome to the show, Matlock Bertha, watching on Facebook. Um I did see where when he was sworn in, he actually said he was gonna hold those accountable on that January 6th terrorist attack. So he need to. He need to. They need to continue finding these people and pressing charges against them, holding them accountable. Matter of fact, all of them should be held without bail. They shouldn't get no bail for trying to overthrow our government. And the way that they came prepared, they need to be held accountable. And like I said, for the last couple of days that I've been on, Cruz went to Cancun. Now it's quite funny. That's the same time Jenny's supposed to be in there too. Jenny was in Cancun at the same time. That's why the judge gave her a special privilege to leave, talking about, well, the prosecutor didn't object to it. But you know what's right? Why is terrorists walking around anyway? Hold them accountable. Do what you're supposed to do and put them in jail. That's how you do that. I don't care who it is. If it was me, I should not get bail. Of course, I would love to get bail, but I shouldn't. You did the ultimate assault, domestic terrorist, and call it like it is. Stop sugarcoating it. Um, Radio said actually Cruz should have skipped the confirmation today and went to Cancun. He would have done some good for once. Well, the thing is, he shouldn't been allowed in because CDC say if you go out of the country, you need a quarantine. This is the same person that allegedly got the virus before and kept it hush hush. So he goes to the confirmation for this super spreader. He should be quarantined right now. He shouldn't been allowed to come. Now think about it. This man bailed out on Texas, tried to sneak down to Cancun, got caught, go to Cancun, supposed to been getting tested before he left Cancun, didn't do it, come back to Texas, supposed to get tested and quarantine again, he didn't do it. Then he turn around and go out and pass out water, shaking hands with a woman without a mask. He had a mask on, but she didn't. Now take it, he hadn't flew to Cancun on a commercial flight, flew back on a commercial flight, and I'm quite sure he probably flew to Washington on a commercial flight. Welcome to the show. Sheila Cadell Dennis is watching on Facebook. Welcome to the show. You can actually live chat with us in the chat room. So yeah, Cruz. Can you imagine? What if this man is asymptomatic? He flying on these commercial flights. How many people is he putting at risk? Somebody need to stand up and say, you know what, Cruz, you need a quarantine. That's the reason why we cannot get out of this pandemic because people don't feel they need to follow the rules. And that's all because of Trump. That's all it is. If Trump would have been a great leader, which he wasn't, I don't even know if I should even say great and leader in the same sentence dealing with Trump. Um, if he had any sense as a leader, that sounds much better. He would have said when he was told back in November or December about this virus, he would have said, hey, this is bad. We need to do what we need to do to protect ourselves. Wear a mask. Wear a mask. But he didn't. Sheila Cadell Dennis said he was a 4-year distraction. Yep, he was. He surely was. I think we all need counseling after dealing with him. That's what I feel. Because the stress that he have caused all of us, hearing about all these people dying, unnecessary. Yeah, I feel it's a big stress against everybody. All because he was trying to please certain people. T-Cal said you shouldn't. It's too close. See, that's why I don't read y'all comments while I'm in the middle of talking, because I would have started laughing. Um, Nicole said on some of the news posts, the commentary asked, "What did Beto do?" He did more than bad Bill Cruz did. Now Cruz wants to look like he's doing something. It's too late now. He only did that because people said he should have stayed here in Texas, and he should have been there at least volunteering. That would have been a good thing for him and his family to do. I still want to cut for him though. I would still feel the same way about him. He still need to go if he done that. Cruz, how we see those signs on the back of pickup trucks and stuff, the little cartoon character peeing on a Ford or something. That's what Cruz did to us. He just peed on Texas. Um, Sheila said not 100% that he really had COVID. Uh, well, it came out. If you're talking about Cruz, they was talking about it on the news outlet when they was confirming the Supreme Justice, and I said Cruz had been in quarantine because he had caught COVID, or and because of that, he came out just to make sure he voted for the Supreme Justice. So that's yeah. Oh, Trump. Okay, she said Trump. Trump, I think he had it. I think he did, but I was praying and hoping Trump when it came out and said, you know what, this is not good. But instead he didn't. And that's why so many people actually start catching it at the White House, because he pushed to leave there and still had symptoms and he passed it on. Now, Trump is not going to get the same type of treatment we would. Trump going to get the top of the line, the guaranteed stuff to work over a period of time. So um, they probably had an IV of that vaccine going in him just to make sure he got what he needed. Radio said Trump is going to be facing a lot of stress with all his legal problems in the coming months. The Supreme Court just ruled his taxes have to be released to the New York Southern District. That sister, I guess she heard the show last week. I said she need to show up. She need to go on, bring them out, bring those charges out. Nicole said Trump never wore a mask. He said it would make him look bad. Um, he looked bad, mask or no mask. Yep, he did not want to wear one. He finally put one on when he did that drive-by leaving the hospital, which that never should have happened. He left the hospital to do a drive-by to wave to his supporters. Um, Sheila said petition to get rid of Cruz like they are doing Newsom in California, but Texas are offered. Yeah, next year is very important that we do vote, because we can clean house. Cruz, we have to deal with him a little bit longer. But Greg Abbott, Dan Paxton, Ken Paxton, Glenn Hager, we could get rid of them. We could vote them out, and the other ones too. Like I said, it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, and I think it's like 5 on the Texas State Board of Education. We need to switch that up too, because it's a lot of things they don't want in the school, like the real history of America, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So we need to make sure we have people that's gonna tell the true history of America. Um, Nicole said Trump said mask. Oh, I just read that. Sheila said afraid. Sorry. Okay. Okay. But Texas are afraid. Yeah. Duplicate comment. Ignored the last one. Okay. Uh. Okay. Oh, I didn't see what you put on that one. Now you made it a little bit different. Trump said masks will make him look bad. He once said he looked better than ever than when he was younger. That was a lie. See, that should have told him right then. Trump is full of BS because all of that was a lie. Um, I seen the pictures, and let the truth be told, he probably looked the same way as a baby when he was a baby. So Trump would tell anybody anything if somebody gonna believe it, and unfortunately, we have people out here that will believe it. They would definitely believe it, regardless of what's right in front of them. Some people just gonna believe it just for the heck of it. So yeah, um, brainwashing folks, telling them what they want to hear. That's all Trump is doing. He's brainwashed folks and just tell them whatever. That's all it is. Um, Trump niece told us, and everything that she said about him was true. Mary Trump told us her uncle have mental issues. He messed her father out of their inheritance. That's what they said. That's what she wrote in her book. Said Trump is a thief. He's no good. Who knows you better than your family? Because I'm gonna tell you, my family will tell you, oh, Kurt Dog cool. Just don't get on that bad side. He'll say what he gotta say and keep on rolling. I might come back and apologize in a couple of minutes, but I'm gonna get it off my chest. I'm not gonna hold it in. But Mary Trump told us all about her uncle, and people refused to hear it. I think I heard some folks talking about that was fake news. How can it be fake news? It's a story. Trump didn't deny it. Her family member. Your family know you better than anybody else. If you really want to know somebody, go to their family. Hang out at the family reunion. A person can shuck and jive all day long. But if you really want to know the truth, go hang out with the family. You'll find out the truth real quick because you can only use this persona just for a short period of time. You get around people who really know you, they're gonna start asking questions. Why you acting all stuck up? Why you doing this? Why you doing that? You hang out with their family secrets gonna be told, will be revealed. And I thank God for my family because the last couple of weeks it been great. It been great. Um, he's moving some things and it been wonderful. And uh while I'm talking about it, I know it's kind of late and I know she's probably already in bed, but is it tomorrow? I think it is. Um, I believe it is. Tomorrow, I told y'all that yeah, it is tomorrow. We talked about it on the show a while back, but tomorrow is Miss Risky birthday. So um so definitely shout out to her on tomorrow. That's my girl. She she's my sister from another mother because um and her family because they reached out. Well, her mom sent me a message today, and I really appreciate it. I appreciate it because when you're going through things like this, um, it's a wonderful thing. Um, I I'm not gonna say her age because I don't want her calling me talking about you telling people how old I am. You don't tell how old a woman is. So I'm not gonna tell her age, but definitely reach out to her. And I she gave us her um need to verify before I say that. I know last week she actually gave us her well 2 weeks ago she gave us um her cash app, and I'm trying to verify it before I put it out there. Um because Risky, she does a lot. I'm trying to make sure I okay. Um so I do have it right. If y'all feel led to bless her, um she loves Starbucks. I know Starbucks is high. Um, so if y'all want to bless her, um, this is her cash app. Um, she would love it. I know she sleep now, so she's not watching the show this late. She go to bed early, so um, but definitely tomorrow we'll be shouting out to her for her birthday, and you can if you feel led to bless her, definitely do it. Um, Man, it been a great night tonight. I appreciate everyone for staying up late. I know I'm late, but if y'all was on that call that we had today, you would understand why. The call was every bit of almost 2 hours long. Sheila said the Senate had Obama back from so much, but they couldn't stop his second term, so they jumped on getting Trump in there for Republican. Also, your family appreciate you. Hey, I appreciate it, Sheila. Much love to you and to everyone. Um, like I said, I have a great support system that is reaching out to me and um and checking on me and praying for me and my family. And that's what you need, especially during a time like this. You need that great support system. Um, I can never imagine what we've gone through and going through. But yeah, I come on here, I laugh, I joke, but I have my moments. I do. Um, and it's okay. It's okay to have your moments. But I have enough people from my counselor um, to my siblings, to my family, to my friends. I have a great support system where I could talk to my friends that reach out to me and praying with me. Um, I definitely appreciate each and every one of you from the text message. Um, and the phone calls, the emails. I appreciate it. So, um, but tonight I really appreciate y'all for staying up and waiting for me to come on. I will be on again tomorrow night if the good Lord say the same. Um, we will um for the ones that know me personally, we will be putting out information about the homegoing service of my mom. Um, so we would definitely do that. And for all our friends, friends of the family that have done things just out of the kindness of their heart, been there for my family. Um, we appreciate you. We really do. Yeah, from the bottom of our heart, we appreciate you. because it means so much to us. My mother was loved by so many people, and it's showing now. So, um, but until um, TCal said it's good you have a good circle sound, like your friends are great. Yes, they are. You have to surround yourself around people that will be there for you, not just during the good time, but also the bad time. If I tried to name them all, that would be a show by itself. I wouldn't be able to do it. How many people have reached out to me and continue to check on me? So I really appreciate it. Lou Roach said, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Bless you and your family. Prayers going out." I appreciate it, Lou. And um, when we was in back in the days, you met my mom several times. So um, anybody who she met, she didn't care who it was. You met her, you became family. You became family immediately because she knew if it's somebody who we introducing her to, they was family. We have friends from my from my younger, I'm talking about younger years, 6 7 years old, reaching out to the family. They've been around for 40 plus years. So yeah, we appreciate it. So it's a tough time, but like I tell everybody, God don't make no mistakes. He's in control of everything. That's the one thing my mom kept telling us from the beginning. God make no mistake. He's in control of everything. So until tomorrow night, if the good Lord say the same, I love each and every one of you. Until then, I will talk to you then.